Welcome back.
Hey, what's up everyone, and welcome to another very exciting video. Today we're going to be talking about Pokémon Snap. Pokémon Snap was released in 1992. Unfortunately, I had to wait until March of the following year to play this game, all because I live here in Australia. Pokémon Snap was developed by HAL Laboratories, and at some point of production, they knew they were going to make a photography game. They just didn't know what they were going to make the user take pictures of. Enter Satoru Iwata. He suggested to developers that they make the photography simulation about photographing Pokemon. At first, the developers weren't too happy with the suggestion, but they took it on board and credit to them. They made one of the greatest photography simulations ever made. So the story goes, Professor Oak invites Todd Snap of the anime to this island to document the Pokemon in their natural habitats. Now Professor Oak will give Snap his vehicle, the 01. Todd will ride the 01 throughout every level, as if he is on rails. That is where you'll be taking pictures. Now, let's talk about the Pokemon. Now, this game does feature 63 Pokemon. 63, not 64. One short of that magical number. Not good enough, guys. Going through the first level, you'll see a myriad of Pokemon. This is the only game where you'll really see them relaxing in their natural habitat. For the first time ever, going through the first level, you will see Pidgeys flying around. You'll see a Doduro jumping out on the track, running by out of nowhere. You'll see Snorlaxes dancing. You'll even see two Pidgeys attacking a Meowth. And in an homage to the Loch Ness Monster, you'll see a Lapras in the far distance. The developers really did an amazing job developing the 7 levels for this game. Each level has its own specific charm, and you can find different Pokemon in different levels. I'll never forget the time that I went into that volcano, seeing fire Pokemon battling each other in their natural habitat. It was completely different to the way they battle inside the video games. It was more animated, and they were fighting for a purpose. Another cool thing about this game was seeing Pokemon evolve via their natural habitat and not by leveling up. There were other cases where Pokemon had to evolve because of necessities to survive in the wild. That was really cool to see. And this was also the first time I saw Mew. He was really hard to find down under. We didn't have that many events. And the internet wasn't at the place where it is today, where I can't just look it up and get an accurate response to how to get Mew. Back in the day, we used to just think you had to use strength on a truck, and suffice to say, that did not work. You started this game with no items. As you progress, you receive more items. You will receive a Pokeball, a Pokeflute, and a Pester Ball. As a photographer, I can never imagine throwing something at an animal just to get a reaction. But hey, it's just a game. Once you receive these items, you will go back to previous levels to see how Pokemon interact with these items. And when you mix the soundtrack in with the environments of this game, you will experience pure bliss. One of the other things I love about this game is how the Pokemon sound. These Pokemon actually say their names like in the anime. The sound design in this game is 100% on point. Now, unfortunately, this is by no means a perfect game. As a photographer, I personally had a huge problem with the fact that Professor Oak does not take the rule of thirds into consideration. And even as a young lad, I did not appreciate the way Professor Oak was critiquing my photos. Anyways, there are multiple ways to get bonus points out of your pictures in this game, and it leads to a bunch of experimentation, which will encourage a lot of playthroughs. Even when you beat the game will encourage you to go through the levels again and beat challenge scores, adding to this game's replay value. This game also came with a handy little accessory that could only be found at Blockbusters and associated retailers. You could insert your cartridge to print out pictures of the Pokemon. This is something I completely missed out on. I only really remember one store near me having one here in Australia. Pokemon Snap was actually my first experience in photography, and I've since become quite obsessed with photography ever since. When all is said and done, Pokémon Snap is a game worth playing through today. It's nice and relaxing, it won't take you too long to beat. I highly recommend this experience, especially if you're a Pokemon fan. But if you're not a Pokemon fan, probably avoid this one. You know, I just wish they'd give us a remake. I saw this really cool video of something someone made in Unity. I'll leave a link right here. It's truly amazing to see what the Pokemon fans have made with the Pokemon Snap concept. What did you guys think of Pokemon Snap? Did you ever go to a Blockbuster to print off your pictures? I'd like to know your experiences in the comment section below. Anyways, that's it from me. See ya!